Here we are, after all the coverage, we've made it. It's election day, and these races kind of seem more important to us than ever. And that's a good thing. We want you to be invested in it, but it can also cause a lot of stress, right? A lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
So we have our ABC medical correspondent, Dr. Darien Sutton, here to talk in the studio about it. And I mean, again, it's a good thing to care, but the stress and anxiety is also real. So what are the signs that you're looking for to say, hey, maybe I got too much?
It's so important to recognize stress because we often used to think about it as sort of a pseudoscience. And now we're understanding and recognizing, especially the American Heart Association, that stress is a contributor to heart disease, which is the leading cause of death within the United States. And when you're stressed, hormones increase, cortisol, adrenaline, that increases your heart rate, your blood pressure, in turn increases your risk of heart attack and stroke. So I think, number one, recognizing the signs. If you're having trouble sleeping, if you're finding that you're irritable, if you're finding difficulty having focus throughout the day, and then also the physical signs. And this sometimes brings people to the ER, stomach pain, headache, and even sometimes chest pain. Those all can be signs and factors related to stress.
And we want to say we see you because we know why you have anxiety, why you're stressed.
Sure,
absolutely.
Money, economy, the government shutdown. There's real food insecurity happening right now. So, I mean, once we recognize it, right, we realize the symptoms, what do we do to alleviate it?
You know, number one, as you said, the goal is not to ignore it, but to manage how your body responds to it.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important because many of these elections that we talk about directly affect people's lives. So it's important to understand that's not something you can just simply put away or write off. So number one, I love the breathing techniques. I think that they're really helpful in the emergency room when I'm very stressed. I practice these techniques.
What's your breathing technique?
Very simple. The breathing, it involves inhaling, holding it, and exhaling it. So you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, and you exhale for 4 seconds. And you can change those times depending on how you feel, but actively doing that repetitively can really get your mind out of that stress cycle.
Doesn't it, I've read somewhere that it actually signals to your body that you're safe.
Absolutely.
The deep breaths, and so it is something that I think great. I think that's the right thing to do.
The point is to change your body from flight and fight to rest and digest, which is that relaxation part of your brain that helps you to calm down.
I might actually use that when I'm watching football games.
I think you
That
need
too.
to.
Maybe that too.
I think you need to.
In this situation when we're talking about politics, it's something you can't avoid because you want to stay informed.
Yes.
You can't just turn off your TV and say, I'm done with this.
Absolutely.
You hear one politician saying, if this person gets elected, it's the worst thing that ever happened to our country.
Sure.
Somebody saying the opposite.
Yes.
So how do we moderate that exposure so we're staying informed and not ignoring what's going on TV?
You know, again, not avoiding, not ignoring, but setting boundaries. So number one, understanding that sometimes it feels that you can't turn the phone off. You can't turn the screen off. You constantly want to refresh and recycle.
Social media is a big culprit.
And it's a big culprit. And now we have real-time responses from these elections. So it can make it almost as if you're watching it all throughout the day. So number one, setting boundaries throughout your day, making times throughout the day when you're going to check. And with every check, with every refresh, you need to refresh your body. So every time you go online, you need to take a walk. You need to do it with that or this with that and make sure you're balancing it out. Again, I'm not saying ignore it, but monitor and create boundaries around how you respond to it.
I have a friend and colleague here, I won't say that person's name, but she blocks the biggest perpetrators. She blocks them. So when I send her something on social, she doesn't see it.
I'm a big blocker. I mean, I think it can help.
It's
like
a
I said,
tactic.
you're fully in control of what you see. It is okay to block.
Generationally, for me, it's easier for me to put my phone down. I'd much prefer to get my information from a news cycle because we're having people who are kind of helping you digest the information when we give you the results. If you're looking at social, it's just fear, scattered fear. So it's easier for people in my generation, I think, to just put the phone down. I'll watch the news. I'll check our shows.
Just the better
tonight.
generation.
Well, listen, I'm just saying, we're more relaxed.
Well, Sam, you could get the best of both by downloading the free WABC app and watching mornings at 10, just putting it out there.
Dr. Sutton, always a good conversation.
Fun.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it.
Super helpful.